We're going to have to make some big decisions. What does that mean? Big decisions. Every moment is a decision. Every moment is a decision about what you think, what you project out in the universe. Everything counts. Do you believe that? Well, I'm going to tell you about some of the big decisions that you're going to have to make, because not deciding is also a decision to do nothing. Are you ready for this? Because this is a critical time period. You're not going to be here all that long. Your life is a snap in eternity. What are you going to do with yours? Let's find out. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. I see that every time because I believe it. Breaking through fears means I'm not going to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning sweating, worrying about a future that I'm creating through those thoughts. Living an amazing life means I have a choice. I have a choice. And so you have choice right now to make some big decisions. And with those big decisions, even if they're a series of small ones within the big decision, you will change the planet, you will change the direction and the directive to the universe within your own life, your own reality. So let's get started. What does that mean? Big decisions are coming. Well, they're going to include things like our presidential elections here in the United States. And I don't know about you, but I personally don't think that we're yet to the point where we have very positive choices. I'm going to pray for that. Prayer is very powerful. If you're in my miracle circle, well, we affect extremely positive change. We put it out there, and everything else is still someone else's choice. Your big decisions start today. Every little thing that you do is going to contribute in a big way. You know, when the butterfly flaps its wings and it eventually turns into a storm or a hurricane, I don't know about the hurricane, but it's possible, right? It contributes. Everything contributes. And there's a chain reaction with absolutely everything, including your thought. A big decision is going to start with who we give authority to. It is also giving authority with our own actions. It's what you purchase. It's what you put in your body. It's what you allow your children to do and see. It's how you interact with social media, with the television, movies that are out there, what you're watching and what you're programming yourself for, because garbage in is garbage out. The big decision right now is absolutely everything that you do. And it has to be your own personal decision. Now, if you saw my recent interview with Christina Mondlakiani, co-founder of Mind Value, amazing spiritual coaching platform, wellness, health and wellness, you name it, got some amazing coaches over there. I aspire to be one someday. However, I'm here right now with you to tell you the same message that I've been saying for years, and that is you have a major impact, and that, as Christine and I discussed in my interview with her about her book, Becoming Flawsome, we are all individuals and there's no one right way. It has to be right for you. And you might be making decisions here right now. You might be drinking water out of a water bottle, poisoning yourself and allowing it to go into our planet's resources. You might decide to shift up here and start purchasing water in a huge glass bottle that you then use, and you never go back to plastic again. You start using products. I'm going to put a link down in the description of all the products I use that come in no plastic containers, including your hand soaps that are a tablet that I put in water and they smell amazing. Here's the best part. They're not toxic. You're going to change your life in ways you never imagined by making these positive big decisions. They are not an imposition. They are not something that you have to give up. And I know change is difficult, but it's time for you to make that change. Are you ready to make a big decision? I want you to sit down and think good and hard about this and pull yourself out of programming, that you have to go to the fast food place, and that you have to buy your kids these quick meals that come in boxes that are loaded with toxins, and that you can just throw anything out and not worry about it because it's going off in a place that you don't have to deal with. It won't anymore. We're going to have it in our face more and more. What do you want in your face? A healthy, beautiful planet? The big decisions are going to be about our ethics, our business. What do you do for a living? Now, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you've heard me talk about digital explorers. I'm teaching people how to create spiritually conscious businesses. I am a business coach, and I'm also a spiritual coach, because those two are every part of your life, and they go together. And we cannot pollute the planet and then come home and meditate and think I can manifest amazing things, because that is affecting your manifestations. Because your message to the universe is, I don't care about you. I don't care, I have no respect for you, and I'm going to do whatever I want. That's an egotistical decision that will affect your whole life. And so whatever comes back to you is going to be a reflection of that. And so you're going to experience some very uncomfortable things because you have sent out the message that it's unimportant. Are you ready to change that? This is one of the most critical time periods on our planet. We're either going to go down or we're going to transform. And I believe, and what I'm seeing, that we are going to transform this planet. It is happening right now. There are whole organizations of children who are learning how to live sustainable lives that are pretty disgusted at people my age that didn't care because they were not taught that we were doing horrible things. They weren't told about these things. But you have knowledge now, so we have no excuse. Your big decision, I want you to sit down and go into your heart and ask yourself, who are we going to put in positions of power? Where am I going to work? What am I going to interact with? And who am I going to interact with? And is this, in my heart, the right thing to do? Now, you might be afraid to give up jobs because of money. You will end up in way greater abundance than you ever imagined when you step away, because the universe will now know that you have respect and ethics and positive concerns for others. That will come back to you tenfold and beyond. I promise you that. You will see the effects of that. You start making those decisions, you will see immediate effects. It doesn't take time. Sometimes in the material world, it takes a while for things to show up, but the actual effect happens immediately. There's no delay. There's no, this happens here and it goes here. It's happening immediately. Are you ready to do that? I want you to sit down and ask yourself right now what you need to change that you can make a change on. Look around your house. How can you change the things that you use? How can you repurpose things? What can you do for others? How can you phrase things when you speak to people so that you're much kinder? Because you have a massive effect on other people when you're not nice. And that reverberates throughout the multiverse. And it comes back to you, because the repercussions are nobody's going to want to be around somebody who's not nice. And so if you're wondering why certain things are happening to you in your life, I want you to ask yourself, what big decisions are you making that you need to change? Because everything's a big decision. That plastic bottle's a big decision, because it's 1 out of billions every day that go into our oceans. This is your planet, your home. You don't want to be swimming in a toilet. Are you ready to join me? Now, people might ask me, who are you going to vote for? I'll be really honest. If I think they're both jackasses, I'm not going to vote at all. And you might say, well, that's not good because you're going to hand it over to whomever. Well, that's my choice if that's what I choose. But in good consciousness, you have to ask yourself if you're just choosing things out of brainwashing or stories that are made up, or if you are really looking at what this person says that they're going to do for us. And you have to voice your opinion on what you want. We are not little minions. We are the power of the universe. And as the community, we hold the power. One person doesn't. And if no one takes the actions of somebody's negative or destructive orders, there are no wars. You are responsible. You have to say no sometimes, and you have to make higher choices. And I don't mean rebellion or to fight against anything. I'm talking about creating the new world, showing the kinder path, showing the new way, inventing the new thing. How do we get out of this? You are the light. The big decisions is every single thing in your life. And you can't get away with anything now because you know you have too much information. Don't be spraying chemicals on your counters. You know, that's poison, and you're eating it, smelling it, breathing it. Cancer can't be cured with some solution drug. It's cured through how we live our lives. You ready to go into that? We never have to be sick again. You ready? We can live that life now. I promise you that. But it takes your help. Big decisions right now for you to make. They're not going to be easy ones. But once you do it, you'll be so free. I hope that you'll subscribe and share my videos. And if you are interested, I have a free video series. And of course, you can always sign up for my 1-hour masterclass and have a discovery call with me to find out if maybe we should work together. These are free videos on how to create an online business. And I will be coming out, hopefully by the time you see this, it'll already be released. Digital Explorers is creating spiritually conscious businesses, sustainable businesses, and we actually use artificial intelligence to build those businesses to accelerate our results in a very positive way, right? There are no weapons out there unless you use them to harm someone. We're going to use things for good. It will empower us. Don't go off in the woods and live like a wolf child. You don't have to. We can do it right here. We can change the world right here. One light being at a time. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.